Now I will say something perhaps the most important in these lectures of mine. And as it's the case with the most important things, the most difficult to understand. Well, the human brain has been an animal brain as long as it has been unable to emit intentional electromagnetic waves, in other words, unable to enter the symbolic dimension. Once the brain became a symbolic brain, it realized its loneliness. That is, its symbolic me understood its loneliness. And the me of the brain did not break the loneliness until it started communicating with the environment. And then, in this symbolic exchange with this environment, the me of the psyche was born. Thus, the me of the psyche is as much a product of the me of the symbolic brain as the product of the symbolic me of all other brains at a given moment of symbolic exchange with the environment. Yes, the me of the psyche is like the photon of light. It can only be approximated and only for a given moment. Each change of the environment causes the symbolic me to change as well. Just like any change in the me of the brain is reflected in the me of the psyche. So the question is, who are we? Are we the me of our brain or the me of the psyche? Who finally is saying these words? Who is listening? The me of the brain or maybe the me of the psyche? We are first and foremost the symbolic me of the psyche. More, both the symbolic me of our own brain and the symbolic me of all other brains in the environment create at a given moment the symbolic me of our psyche. I repeat, both the symbolic me of our own brain and the symbolic me of all other brains in the environment create at a given moment the symbolic me of our psyche. And it is obvious that the psyche of the brain with its symbolic me is different than the psyche of the same person with its symbolic me. The psyche of the brain has a physical basis, and the psyche of the person is a completely symbolic and therefore abstract being. Are any of these psyches more me as I am saying these words? Naturally. Just as the symbolic me of the brain is closest to our brain, the symbolic me of our psyche is closest to me as a person. Consequently, since my person is something other than my physical brain and my physical body, then my person, just like the symbolic me of my psyche, is a symbolic and therefore abstract being. Moreover, my me of the psyche, and therefore my person, is actually the resultant of the me of my brain and the me of all the brains of the environment at a given moment. And one more important consequence. The symbolic me of the psyche is at a given moment common to all people participating in the symbolic exchange. And that can mean only one thing, which is that there is no such thing as an individual human personality. More, there is even no such thing as a person. It does not exist, as we used to understand it. That is, as a set of constant human features which are stable by a given person. There is nothing like that. I continue in the next lecture. Thank you.